Truth or false? I'm going to tell you a story. You decide if it's real or if I'm making it up. Edward, a 70-year-old man from the northwest of England, goes online to book a flight. He finds what looks like booking.com. Same colors, same logo, same reassuring buttons promising best price guaranteed. Within minutes, he's on the phone with a friendly travel agent. They exchange pleasantries, cut details, and promises of confirmation emails that never arrive. £1,500 later, Edward has no flight, no refund, and no idea what just happened. Over the next few days, he calls back. Again and again. Each time, a new excuse. Your tickets will arrive tomorrow. They're being processed. It's an airline issue. Until finally, the scammer breaks character. Sir, to be honest, you're not getting your money back. I just work here. You've been scammed. Next time, use a credit card. You'd have a better chance with the bank. And £1,500? That's nothing. This company's pulled off much bigger ones. A confession from the con man. Brutal, honest, almost considerate. If you ignore the theft, so, truth or false? Truth. Northwest England, November 2024. The scammer gave financial advice after stealing £1,500, like being robbed, while the thief lectures you about home security. He sat there processing what happened. And the saddest part? Not stupid, not technologically illiterate. He was careful. Just human. Because scams don't target ignorance. They target emotion. Every modern con is an ancient trick upgraded with Wi-Fi. If this careful, skeptical person could fall for this, then any of us could. Your parents, your grandparents, you. In 2024, the Global Anti-Scam Alliance reported over $1 trillion stolen worldwide in 2024. Not because billions of stupid people exist, because scammers have perfected the psychology of deception over millennia. This wasn't a new scam. The fake storefront, the friendly voice, the confident theft. Same con, 2,500 years running. Technology changes, psychology doesn't. I found answers in unexpected places. A Greek philosopher who lived in a barrel. A Chinese general from 500 BCE, African trading kingdoms moving gold across continents. A con artist who sold the Eiffel Tower twice. It starts with a Greek philosopher who would have spotted that fake booking.com site in 3 seconds. Athens, 400 BCE. Diogenes, the cynic, lived in a barrel and made scepticism an art form. He once told Alexander the Great to step out of my sunlight. Rude? Maybe. Effective? Absolutely. His superpower? Radical skepticism. He trusted nothing at face value. Watch a merchant sell him blessed oil from Apollo's temple for an outrageous price. Apollo personally bottled this while riding his sun chariot? Does it come with Zeus's certificate of authenticity? That moment, questioning without hostility, was history's first anti-fraud manual. His mindset still works today. If it comforts your hopes, pause. Scams rarely sell lies. They sell relief. If it rushes you, stop. Real opportunity can wait. Fake ones can't. If it stirs emotion, check the facts. The stronger the feeling, the weaker the logic. That urgent Amazon account suspended email, real Amazon doesn't panic you. If your dream job wants an entry fee, it's not a career, it's a collection plate. Legitimate employers pay you. Job scams jumped from £90 million in 2020 to £501 million in 2024. Every victim ignored. Why would my dream job require buying equipment first? Our booking scam? Diogenes spotted in seconds. 3 questions destroy it. Why does the URL say bookingreservations.com instead of booking.com? Why demand phone payment instead of secure checkout? Why can't I verify this in my actual booking.com account? Every red flag was visible. Wrong URL, phone payment, no instant confirmation, no account trace. But he also knew this truth. People don't fall for scams because they're stupid. They fall because they want the world to be as easy as it looks. His rule was simple. Ask questions until the illusion collapses. And once it does, walk away. Diogenes taught, the foundation of every state is the education of its youth. Replace state with bank account. Protect yourself by questioning everything, especially when emotions drive thinking. Paris. (1925). Victor Lustig elevated fraud to art. His masterpiece? Selling the Eiffel Tower for scrap metal. Twice. Lustig forged documents, claiming France couldn't afford maintenance. He invited 6 scrap dealers to a luxury hotel meeting. Everything was real. Hotel, documents, seals, everything except authority to sell France's landmark. He selected the greediest, most insecure dealer, desperate to prove himself. Sold the tower for £50,000 in today's money. Vanished. The dealer, embarrassed, never reported it. So Lustig did it again. Same scam, different mark. Lustig operated on the 10 laws of the con, principles describing every modern scam. Law 1, be a patient listener. Modern scammers spend weeks building relationships. Law 2, never look bored. Phishing emails feel personalized. Law 3, wait for weakness revelation. Data harvesting finds vulnerabilities. Law 4, let them feel smarter. You've been specially selected. Law 5, avoid illness, religion, politics. Stick to universal greed and fear. Law 6, never pry. Let them volunteer information. Law 7, never boast. Hint at possibilities. Law 8, never be untidy. Professional emails and websites. Law 9, never get drunk. Stay sharp while they're emotional. Law 10, never return to burned marks. Move to fresh victims. These laws map perfectly to 2025. Business email compromise. Law 8, immaculate professionalism. Romance scams. Laws 1 and 6, patience plus volunteered loneliness. Deepfake CEO calls. Laws 4 and 9, trust while panicked. Barnum said, there's a sucker born every minute. For Lustig, the sentence was incomplete. He said, a sucker born every minute who thinks they're the smart one. The moment you believe you're too clever is the moment you're most vulnerable. In 2025, AI clones voices perfectly. That CEO demanding urgent wire transfers could be AI. That grandson needing bail? Voice clone. Lustig would be impressed and horrified. Technology changed. Psychology remained identical. Ancient China, 500 BCE. Sun Tzu writes The Art of War, studied by generals, CEOs, and cybersecurity experts for 2,500 years. His principles for winning wars apply perfectly to fraud protection. Every battle is won before the first sword is drawn. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear 100 battles. Understand how scammers think and your own weaknesses. We built a modern version of his wisdom, the Sun Tzu Battlefield Analyzer. It reveals your hidden scam vulnerabilities using 10 quick questions based on ancient strategy. Your score shows which battlefield you're most likely to lose: impulsivity, phishing, and urgency traps; authority, bank impersonations; greed, Ponzi, or crypto fraud. Knowing your terrain means you can build defenses before the attack. Sun Tzu wrote, "The clever combatant imposes his will." You impose yours by verifying independently, hanging up, calling back, slowing down. That pause wins 90% of battles before they begin. In the digital war zone, calm is your armor. Knowledge is your sword. Defense strategies. Know when to fight and when not to fight. Some battles aren't worth fighting. Unknown number? Don't answer. Suspicious email? Delete unopened. Random text with link? Ignore completely. Best victories come from battles never fought. Self-knowledge for 2025. Act impulsively when panicked? Scammers will panic you. Seek approval from authority? They'll impersonate your boss. Feel lonely? Romance scams. Dream of easy money? Crypto schemes. Want to help? Grandparent scams. 15th century Mali Empire. King Mansa Musa crashed Egypt's gold market just passing through. But Mali's real treasure? Identity verification, making modern blockchain look primitive. The challenge: massive trade deals with strangers across thousands of miles. No photos, no IDs, no credit scores, no phones. Mali created multi-layered verification, community witnesses, distinctive tokens, elaborate oral contracts impossible to fake. Merchants couldn't say, "Trust me." They needed carved tokens unique to their family, impossible to forge. They recited lineage and trading history in detailed stories only genuine merchants knew. Most importantly, an introduction from trusted community members staking their reputation. Mali's system translates to 2025 technology. Physical token equals two-factor authentication. Just as carved tokens couldn't be copied, two-factor means scammers need password and physical device. Enable everywhere: banks, email, social media. Scammers can steal passwords remotely, but not your phone. Oral history equals security questions. Mali merchants recited histories only they knew. Your security questions should be equally unguessable, but most people fail using real answers. Mother's maiden name, Facebook, first pet, Instagram. Use Mali strategy. Create elaborate stories only you know. Mother's maiden name? Purple, elephant, dances. At midnight? First car? Rocket ship, 2 Mars, 2008. Make security questions as fictional as Mali's trading histories. Community witness equals verification network. Mali's most brilliant innovation. Establish identity protocols before emergencies. Cardiff, 2024. Margaret, 76, receives a call. "Nan, I've been in an accident. Need £3,000 for hospital fees." "Please don't tell Mum." Her grandson's voice, his mannerisms, even his nervous laugh. But Margaret's family established Mali protocols. They chose dragonfire, their Welsh heritage symbol. Any emergency money request needs the code word. No exceptions. Margaret asked calmly, "Of course, love. What's our family word?" Silence, then stammering, then disconnect. She calls her grandson's verified number. He's safe at work, never left the country, definitely not in an accident. Build your Mali system, code words with elderly relatives, save verified contact numbers, never use numbers from suspicious messages. Family protocol. For emergencies, I'll hang up and call your saved number. Tell banks, I'll never authorize large phone transactions. I'll come in person. There is a West African proverb that says, however far the stream flows, it never forgets its source. Your source of protection isn't banks or government. It's systematic skepticism from people who moved millions in gold without losing a coin. Mali showed us how to verify identity and build trust. But what happens when someone weaponizes trust itself? Boston, 1920. Charles Ponzi becomes so famous, scams bear his name. Irony. Ponzi didn't invent Ponzi schemes. He just did it bigger, bolder, stupider. Ponzi claimed 50% returns in 90 days exploiting international postal reply coupons. Complicated and boring? Perfect. Red flag number 1. How Ponzi schemes work. Still catching people in 2025. Ponzi takes £100 from Alice, promising £150 in 90 days. Bob invests £200. Ponzi pays Alice £150 using Bob's £200. Alice tells everyone, Charlie, David, Emma, Frank invest. Scheme grows exponentially. Early investors become unpaid salespeople. At peak, £1 million daily, £15 million today. Mansion, fancy suits, celebrity. Then a Boston journalist asked, where are these postal coupons? There weren't enough in the world. Mathematical impossibility, pretending to be genius. Ponzi collapsed. Investors lost £20 million, £365 million today. Ponzi got 14 years, deportation, died penniless in Brazil. His name lives on whenever someone promises guaranteed returns defying financial gravity. 2025 examples. Invest in Crypto Moon Rocket, guaranteed 40% monthly. Red flags, guaranteed returns don't exist. Beating market averages by 10 times means lying. Early investors profiting means you're the late investor funding exits. Join our investment club. Recruit 3 friends. Earn £1,000 monthly. Red flag. Profits from recruiting rather than products. Pyramid scheme. Ponzi's less sophisticated cousin. Bernie Madoff ran the biggest Ponzi, £65 billion, nearly 30 years. Former NASDAQ chairman fooled sophisticated investors through exclusivity, didn't advertise, turned people away, made it privileged, provided consistent returns, not 50% like Ponzi, but steady 10 to 12%. Believable, yet special. Ponzi protection principles. Guaranteed returns, guaranteed fraud. Nothing's guaranteed except taxes, death, and phones dying at worst moments. Vague details or too complex to explain? Run. Legitimate investments explain clearly. Complexity camouflages fraud. Difficult withdrawals? Trap. Real investments allow exits. Ponzi schemes desperately need money staying put. Everyone profits except the investment. Scheme. Real investments generate returns from economic activity. Ponzi schemes use new investor money. Exclusive and secretive? Probably illegal. Legitimate investments welcome scrutiny. Ponzi schemes hide from it. Buffett rejected Madoff because returns didn't make sense. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Ponzi would add, profit comes from others not knowing what you're doing. Philadelphia, 1750s. Benjamin Franklin, inventor, diplomat, history's most quotable human. Fraud prevention isn't revolutionary, it's obvious. Painfully obvious, yet ignored. Poor Richard's Almanac. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. About fire safety, but better for fraud. Brutal truth. Preventing scams is easy and boring. Recovering is hard and expensive. Franklin dealt with counterfeiters, fake schemes, door-to-door fraudsters. His defense? 3 principles sounding like fortune cookies but working. 1. A penny saved is a penny earned. Think mathematically. Earn £2,500 monthly after taxes. Scammer steals £500. Work 5 days recovering what you lost in 5 minutes. 2. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Subscription scams horrify Franklin. Free trials, auto-renewing at £29.99 monthly, until noticing 3 years later you've paid £1,079 for forgotten services. Check statements obsessively. 3. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Preparation takes 2 hours, protects for life. Franklin's 2025 Prevention Protocol. Password Fortress, 30 minutes. Password Manager, Bitwarden, 1Password. Generate unique passwords, minimum 16 characters, never reuse. When LinkedIn's hacked, Netflix, bank, email, stay safe. 2-factor wall, 20 minutes. Enable everywhere important. Banking, email, social media. Use authenticator apps over SMS. SMS can be intercepted. Verification vault, 30 minutes. Save verified numbers for bank, credit cards, contacts. Never use numbers from emails or messages. Create family code words. Credit watch, 15 minutes. Free credit monitoring. Annual report checks. Freeze credit if not applying for loans. Free stops identity thieves. Digital hygiene, 20 minutes. Update software, including annoying phone updates. Install antivirus. Don't click email links. Visit websites directly. Paper trail, 5 minutes ongoing. Review statements weekly. Question unfamiliar charges immediately. Set alerts for transactions over £50. Franklin practiced this. Designing colonial currency, he added unique nature prints from leaves. Each note had patterns impossible to replicate. No 2 leaves identical. 18th century biotech preventing counterfeiting. Research shows basic security measures, strong passwords, 2-factor authentication, regular checks. Reduce fraud risk by 94%. Not a typo. 94%. Franklin's mathematics, 2-hour setup, £0 cost. Average victim losses, £1,100. Identity theft recovery, 200 plus hours. Emotional damage, incalculable. Spending 2 hours prevents 200 hours of hell. That's 10,000% return. Knowledge without action is a book never read. 7-step implementation. Day 1, Diogenes mindset, 15 minutes. Tell 3 people your default response. Let me verify independently and get back to you. Social commitment activates consistency bias. Practice 10 times aloud. Make it automatic. Day 2. Franklin Foundation, 45 minutes. Install Password Manager. Generate passwords for 5 key accounts. Email, banking, social media. Enable 2-factor on same accounts. Start small, build solid. Day 3. Mali Family Protocol, 30 minutes. Choose memorable code word, pineapple, Blackpool, Thunderbolt, family meeting explaining, emergency money request need code word, no exceptions, create verified contact document, share with everyone. Day 4. Sun Tzu contact vault, 20 minutes. Save verified numbers. Bank, credit cards, HMRC, workplace HR, financial institutions. Label clearly, NatWest verified. Only use verified channels. Day 5. Lustig education, 30 minutes. Research, one unfamiliar scam type. Business email, compromise, romance scams, job scams, crypto fraud, AI deepfakes, grandparent scams. Study 10 laws. Identify which laws the scam uses. Understanding enemy tactics creates immunity. Day 6. Ponzi pattern practice, 20 minutes. Visit legitimate sites, Vanguard, Fidelity, government bonds. Note realistic returns, 4 to 10% annually. Browse crypto forums, investment subreddits, spot red flags. Guaranteed returns over 20%. Vague explanations, recruitment incentives. Day 7. Complete system check, 30 minutes. Review everything. Test code word system. Text family emergency, need money. Testing system. Try password manager logins. Check statements for unfamiliar charges. Set monthly review reminders. Visual, time total. Total, 3 hours, 10 minutes across 7 days. Less than 3 Netflix episodes. Instead of entertainment, lifetime fraud defense. Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Diogenes, Sun Tzu, Mali merchants. Franklin taught the same. Create space before responding. Think, then act. Verify, then trust. Dr. Robert Cialdini's Influence identifies 6 psychological triggers scammers exploit: reciprocity, commitment, social proof, authority, liking, scarcity. Every scam uses at least 3. If you have made it this far, you're part of a 2,500-year lineage refusing to be scammed. 400 BCE, Diogenes questioned every Athenian merchant. 500 BCE, Sun Tzu protected Chinese emperors. 1400s, Mali moved gold without losses. 1750s, Franklin designed unbreakable currency. 1920, Ponzi accidentally taught what to avoid. 1925, Lustig revealed deception psychology. Now, 2025, you carry their wisdom. Every pause before clicking channels Diogenes. Every independent verification embodies Sun Tzu. Every code word honors Mali. Every statement check follows Franklin. Franklin's autobiography. Hide not your talents, they for use were made. What's a sundial in the shade? You have knowledge preventing suffering. Keeping it to yourself serves no one. Teach one person this week. Show parents 2-factor setup. Establish grandmother's code word. Explain why guaranteed crypto is Ponzi's ghost. Help colleagues spot romance scams before sending money. So, what does it look like when you apply all this wisdom? Remember Terra Nova, the TV series? The Shannon family established a code word for emergencies: asparagus. When Jim Shannon heard from Zoe that Maddie, his daughter, was going to prepare asparagus, he immediately knew she was in danger. No elaborate explanation needed. One word: instant verification. Life saved. So what happens now for you? You have 3 choices. Do nothing. Close this video. Return to clicking suspicious links. Join the 40% who will lose money to fraud this year. Partial implementation. Save for later. Feel slightly better but remain vulnerable. When scammed, regret knowing but not acting. Complete commitment. Pause now. Tell 3 people your default response. Let me verify independently. Implement the 7-day plan. Become unscammable in 7 days. Teach 5 others within a month. Ancient wisdom only works when used. 3 hours, 10 minutes over 7 days protects every pound you earn for life. That's less time than scrolling social media today. Comment day 1 below. That public commitment increases follow-through by 65%. Share with someone needing protection. This is Wealthling. Subscribe for more ancient wisdom solving modern problems.